You explode.
Ah, fantastic.
You explode. You explode. The Matrix.
Blast. Move so you don't get hit.
Hey, Tai here! So welcome to the VR Tech channel. Have you ever thought about controlling your PC, your experiences, your games? Not with controllers, mouse and keyboard and stuff like that, but actually just with your brain? Well, NextMind is not just thinking about it, it's actually doing it. So here we are with the first brain-computer interface, and this is not just one of the most impressive, actually probably the most impressive thing I ever tried. It's actually mind-blowing. I'm gonna be honest, I was very skeptical at the beginning with NextMind because, well, many times I receive stuff that is supposed to be great and then, well, it doesn't work, it takes ages to work, or like, and my computer kind of explode or stuff like that. Well, didn't happen this time. I'm not gonna bore you forever with an unboxing video because inside you find a NextMind sensor, you find a cable, and you find a strap to put it around your head if you don't wanna and you don't need to use a virtual reality headset. The particular thing though is that this has a clipping design, so that means you can clip it everywhere if you have a strap particular, or in case on a VR headset on the strap of the VR headsets directly. But what is the NextMind? What is a brain-computer interface? Well, let's say it like this. It's a direct communication pathway between your brain. Hold on, let me disconnect it. And an external device, in this case the NextMind sensor. So to understand a little better, your neurons in your brain communicate via electric signals, and the sensor is able to detect these signals and, of course, through a particular algorithm to translate it in an input for your PC or stuff like that. Now in the case of NextMind, they're focusing on decoding actually the signals arriving to the visual cortex. So that means that when you're gonna see something, a particular shape that they're gonna give it to you, they're gonna be able to read it, and through machine learning and of course the algorithm understand where you're actually looking at a particular shape and then click it or put an input on it. Now NextMind is able right now to detect 10 different shapes, and the cool thing over here is that it's not invasive at all. Many times you need some wet surfaces or particular sensor to actually detect a signal directly from your skull. Instead, over here, well, it's a very easy shape. We have 10 different sensors with this particular shape to go through your ears, of course. So what you have to do is just put it on, you wiggle a little, could go through your ear so they can arrive directly to your crane through a calibration process that will tell you, well, when the connection is actually in place and it's good enough to receive your input. Now already just going through the calibration process is completely mind-blowing. It's super easy, by the way. The application is made very, very well, and the sensor connects via Bluetooth 2.0. So, well, pretty much every computer can actually use it. The other cool thing is this device takes usually a little bit to get used to it, to create your brain legs. Can you even say it? But anyway, instead, in this case, well, it was pretty instant. After like around 2 or 3 minutes, I already pretty much mastered the way to do something. What you have to do, it's easy. You just focus on the shape that they're showing you, and there's a kind of a pattern behind it. I think that how to actually understand which one is which, and well, you start to use it. Usually the latency is around 1 second, so it's not instantaneous, but well, it's already super impressive. But hey, I think it's better to just show you instead of just talking about it, right? Alright, here we are. So this is pretty tight. I already ran the calibration, and these are the different applications that we can use. These are the different demos right now. Like we have the Neuro TV, when we actually can change a channel. Just thinking about it, so I think about this, and as you can see, I selected and I select the channel. That can be like, hey, in sport. So here we go. I don't like the music, don't worry. I start to focus on that. And then let's just pause the music and pause the video. Bam! Done! Everything with your mind. That's absolutely impressive. There's one of my favorites, this one. This is a music composer. You can compose some music with it. Now, it's actually kind of hard because I'm focusing on 3,000 things right now. But yeah, you just focus on something. Let's put some drums, bass drums. All right, let's start with that. And then let's put some ambient music. Some synthesizer. All right, more synthesizer. hi-hats. Let's select everything now. Isn't it incredible? This is crazy because we have all the 10 shapes that we can use, of course. So then if I want to start to deselect something, let's start with the synthesizer. All right, the other one, the other one, the other one, ambience. Let's leave just the drum for now. Now let's go with the drum. Come on, dude. All right. This is crazy. We also have a platformer. This is very interesting because you're required to multitask because you're using the keyboard to actually move around, and then use your mind to move around the objects and, keep going in the level. This is tricky because you have to be fast. You have really to focus on something to destroy them before they get you. So let's go down with this. Also, when it moves, you have to stay focused on the object. So it's gonna keep moving. Here we go. And bam, finish. Done. Then we have the brick breaker. Well, everyone knows brick breaker, I guess. It's super cool. You just like focus on where it has to go exactly, and then it's gonna move, and yeah, it's super fun. Let's focus on that too. All right, that went pretty well. All right, and yeah, that's how we play it. It's absolutely amazing. Also, we have the pin pad. This is interesting because it's like a password. Instead of like typing a password, people can see it and stuff. You can just thinking about it. So 2815, and then you put it in. 2, 8, 1, 5. Bam, unlocked. This is the showroom where you see some informations about it. So we already talked about all of this stuff. And yeah, and of course we have the VR application to try. So let's put it on the Oculus Quest. I'm gonna use Link because it's an application on the PC. You unclip this, and super easy, as you can see. And you clip it here. And let's get in VR, shall we? All right, here we are. So we ran the tutorial, and well, I just have to focus on the brain and on these shapes to actually teleport.
What's
and
going on?
stuff. I'm a little taller
I forgot to turn off the alarm.
what I should be, but
well, it's going to be tougher than expected. You must fight back and dodge their energy blasts.
All right, so just focusing on their brain, we can actually like kill them. We have to be fast, but yeah, this is working. It's pretty awesome. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Holy moly. Holy moly. Come on. Come on, you die.
Perfect.
Okay,
You can
let's
teleport.
there. I think it was easier with the monitor because the resolution was higher. But hey, I don't know what to do with my hands. Phew. Bam. Bam. Wow.
The next teleporter is active.
Let's go, let's
you
go.
can move on. The extraction point is not far away. Blow up the explosive barrel to hit several aliens at once.
Barrel, barrel, barrel. Explode the barrel. Woohoo! That worked.
Perfect. Keep it up like that.
Oh my god.
You explode.
Ah, fantastic.
You explode. You explode. The Matrix.
Avoid the energy blasts. Move so you don't get hit. Perfect. Keep it up like that.
Yank. Ah, come on.
That was the last one. Teleport to the extraction area. It's the Commander. He's preventing us from landing. You must defeat him.
The boss. Alright, that was bad.
Great shot. Use the teleporters to reach the other brains while this one is down. Only 2 more to go.
Whoa.
Come on. Finish him.
Come on, teleport. Brain. Alright.
Nice job. You did it. We're now able to land. Let's move on to the next mission.
Done. All right, here we are. So that was absolutely impressive, and I have to tell you that you really feel like you have superpowers when you use it. At the beginning, it's really unbelievable. It seems crazy, but when you hear about it, it's like, wow, how does it work? And then when you try it yourself, it's like, oh wow, this is unbelievable. From my experience, it works super well. The applications are super well done. It's a great way to actually show the potential of this technology. And the other impressive thing is that this thing is already available. You can get it for $3.99. Right now, the focus, of course, is on developers to create their own applications. That's why they have a Unity SDK right now available on the website. And in the future, gonna start to support different platforms like C++. It's very hard to find such a refined experience with the first release, and over here they actually nailed it completely, and I can't wait to see what they're gonna do in the future. Talking with them directly, they said that the plan is to make these even smaller, more portable, of course, and be able to understand and recognize more shapes, of course, and also objects in the future to use it in very different environments. I'm truly amazed at the potential of something like this for people with disabilities, for example, but also for regular people, able to perform actions, not just looking at something, not just clicking on something, but actually just thinking about something. And it will be amazing, for example, in the future, having the opportunity to use something like this to just think about walking and then walk. Now, it's not gonna be possible with this, particularly because, as we said, it uses like a visual input, so you have to see something to actually having this receive an input to make it happen. So walking doesn't have a particular shape or pattern, but with maybe having a pattern directly in a VR game and looking at something and then, well, having that to walk when we actually focus on it. That would be super interesting. Maybe there's something that some dev can think about. But anyway, guys, that's just me going to the next thing in my mind with NextMind. But yeah, again, this was absolutely impressive, and this is probably one of the coolest things I ever tried in my life. And yeah, it's this small. It's unbelievable. How would you use something like this? How would you implement it in your games? Well, let me know in the comment below. So, as always, if you liked the video, if you didn't like it, dislike, subscribe to the channel for more VR tech, and if you really love the channel, the join button down there. Little on further, also the Patreon with prior access to videos, and at the same time we have t-shirt, sticker, mask, 2020 item number 1, and well, that's it. So, as always, like, dislike, subscribe, and see you guys next video. Thanks for watching.